How's it going, everybody? Rybrat here today, and we are back with our Buffalo Sabres franchise mode, and I just want to say thank you guys for all the support you're giving this series. It's been great. I'm loving it. It's my favorite team, as many of you know. So if you're enjoying it, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can keep up to date every time I post it. I've been trying to get these out for you. And in the last one, we went ahead and had a great offseason after losing the Stanley Cup Finals and the one before that. But what you guys had suggested is to trade Erik Haula, and I think I'm going to do that right now. We did bring him back for a moderate contract, I think, to be a stopgap, 1 year at 4.25, but he just doesn't fit anymore. We have way too many players of good use. Middlestat and Middlestat and Cousins both grew. Holy crap. Okay, this Pelletier guy, how good is he? I think I looked at him last time. He's 1975. That's not bad. Jakob Pelletier picked 26th overall. I honestly don't know what I want to trade him for. I don't mind the Krebs trade. I remember that there was a Peyton Krebs trade offered to us. But I think he's actually worse than Pelletier there, so that's interesting. Tynan, medium starter goaltender. Defenseman, a first and a third from Washington. They're going to be good. Nicholas Waugh there. He's not rated high enough. But there's Peyton Krebs. Oli Olivi, and then DiPietro. How good is Oli Olivi? He can't be too good if they're offering me him in a fourth, right? He's a 75 at 22, so I think no. Peyton Krebs, I know Peyton Krebs was one that they tried to offer me. He's 75 at 19. I think the other guy was 76 at 19. From the Calgary Flames, Pelletier was 76 at 19. So he's also 75 at 19. Does he fit on our? He does. Oh, we have absolutely no idea. He is also a playmaker. He doesn't look that good. He just looks like he's good at skating. He doesn't really have good passing or any of his puck skills category. Let's go back to Vegas. Go to the skaters matching the block. Peyton Krebs. Yeah, I think Peyton Krebs is better. He looks better, more well-rounded. So, you know, I think I'll take this Peyton Krebs trade. One of the other things I was considering was taking on a backup goaltender from somebody. Ryan Miller is a 40-year-old, 81 overall backup for us. We're going to leave him there for now, and if we do need to improve, then we will. But we've gone ahead and acquired Peyton Krebs, who will be in the AHL. To start the season. Oh, he's returning to the CHL, which is even better. We'll send down J.S. Dea as well, and perfect. So it should be all set. I think, let's go double check the lines now that Erik Haula is off the team. So once we do that, we should be able to get our sim rolling here. Lawrence Pilot, no, I definitely think I have somebody better. I think we'll call up Rasmus Asplund. He's listed as a depth forward. He can be that fourth line center. So we'll go to the roster moves here. In the system, best forward is Rasmus Asplund. Okay, he's a left winger. That's fine. I totally understand that. And we'll go ahead and throw him in best lines. So maybe I want to sign some guys for the AHL. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. Lawrence Pilot, is he starting in the NHL for us? He is not. Pilot's an 82. I think I sent him down, didn't I? Oh, no, he's currently right here. What is he listed as? Nope, that's Johansson. There we go. He's listed as a top 6 defender. He's low top 4D, too. Does he fit instead of Montour on this bottom pairing? Changing current line. He fits just fine. Oh, wow, Yokiharu makes that pairing really, really good. But Lawrence Pilot's a left-handed defenseman. We have right, left, yeah. So I think Brandon Montour also might be on the chopping block, and we might be able to go get something decent for Brandon Montour. Because Pilot's fine. I think Montour, how old is he? I think he's aged out of growing. He's an 81. Yeah, he can still technically grow. He had a bad season. He is being hindered by that bad statistical growth, I'm pretty sure. He fits line 3 just fine, but same thing with Pilot. I'd rather give Pilot the chance. We've seen Montour in the NHL. We know it's not been great, so we'll go ahead and move Brandon Montour as well. Maybe for a fourth line guy here, but I am liking the way these lines look with Dylan Cousins as our third-line center and Middlestat as our second-line center next to Sheary and Victor Olofsson. Marcus Johansson is listed as a second-line forward, but that doesn't quite get us that good chem. Actually, Sam Reinhart on that second line was really good last season. So that's a +0, though. I don't know how I feel about that. Oh, so Cousins is actually better than Middlestat up there. And, okay, so it wouldn't do too much. We'll just leave it like that. Do we want to make it... okay, if we drop Skinner down, then maybe, but we'll leave Skinner. Skinner's listed as a second-line forward, so is Sam Reinhart, but Reinhart's actually got room to grow, so we'll go ahead, drop him down there. He will play with Sheary and Middlestat. And then we've got Maroon, Cousins, Johansson, with Asplund, Thompson, and Wilson. So there we go. I think we're going to do that, and I think we're going to help out Middlestat that way. Risto and Dahlin, sick pairing. And in goal, we've got Ullmark as an 89 and Miller. We'll go ahead and trade Brandon Montour, see who wants him, see what we can potentially get for him. We can probably get something pretty decent, I bet. Defenseman, Brandon Montour, probably he's actually got worse value than Eric Howla. Second and a third, McGillney, Senishin. A second and a third, okay. Doesn't look like anybody fantastic. I don't know any of these names, or none of them are... Ryan Paling, I know that name. But that's simply because I did a franchise mode with the... oh, Jesus. Oh, how good is this Tynan guy? Because I know DiPietro, but how good is Tynan? Because he might be somebody to put in the system... You know, trade for a potential goalie. Oh, he's only 60. Okay. Vancouver wants to give me DiPietro, who is a 77 medium starter at 21. So he would go play in the minors behind Demko, or behind Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, and would give us some potential backup, give us some goaltending depth. I'd actually see. We're not going to get too much out of. Montour here. So let's go ahead and see if we can throw in a third from the Rangers there for DiPietro. Yeah, I thought it would be a little much. How about a fourth from you, Vancouver? You can have Brandon Montour. And there we go. So DiPietro's now going to play in the minors for us. He's a fine backup goaltender. Nothing really. He's better than Jonas Johansson, that's for sure. He will be splitting time with Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. This will hopefully let Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen develop even better because the team will just be good. I don't know kind of why it wouldn't, but let's see. Power play here. We've got a good... Wow, our second power play. Yeah, because it's all forwards. Jesus. Johansson, take him off that line, and then... Oh... I guess we'll give Skinner the time, because Olofsson's not really going to grow anymore, so we'll give Skinner that time. We'll actually flip... the +3 thing is killing me down there, though. That second power play being a +3. You know what? We'll put Dahlin. We'll give him that... Because Risto's medium franchise. Yeah, Dahlin's medium franchise, too, so we'll just do this instead. There we go. That works for me. I know it's not quite as good, and the penalty kill looks fine. I don't know if changing either one of these guys. Okay, so it looks fine. It is fine. We'll leave it alone. We'll leave it the way it is. And there we go. So we should be able to go ahead and start simulating for the season. And we'll probably get up to, I don't know, halfway through the season. Probably the 41st game is what I'll shoot for in this one. Because actually, we'll take it month by month. We'll see where we're at. And then I'll catch you guys back up when I'm done with the scouting. And we can go ahead and get simming. Scouting is done, guys. That took me like 5 minutes, and it took you guys like 5 seconds. So let's go ahead and go through the first month and see how these lines are doing, see if we need to maybe change things. Hopefully we do well in preseason, because that's always kind of like a signal of how you're going to do in the season, regardless of what you change. It's pretty much guaranteed how you're going to do. And we did okay. We didn't do great. I would like to see us do a little bit better. I'd like to see Middlestat and Cousins really light it up this season. And Eric Howla gets revenge on us as we lose twice to Vegas. Great. We are beating Atlantic opponents, though. That is good. Vancouver Canucks have fired their head coach. Man, maybe I should have gotten a pick. Bednar for Goligoski. I mean, Goligoski with an expiring contract is not horrible, but I would like the flexibility to make a move later on in the season. Another win against an Atlantic opponent. We're winning against the Eastern Conference. It's just when we get against the Western Conference, it just doesn't go well. 5-3-2 to start the season. I think I'm going to keep it rolling, maybe up to the 16th here. Another 2 weeks into November. I think we're going to go into mid-December when I stopped scouting. But there we go, doing well. You can never really tell with that first month. Wow, 2 firsts for Johansson and then Bonino. I think I'm going to decline that trade. I don't think I want that one. But we do lose to Boston. We finally lose 2 in a row. Josh Manson for a first. Matau and is that a second in there as well? It's tough. We do have first round picks to spare, and he's an 84 overall. Defensive defenseman. He would fit on our third defensive pairing, it looks like. I don't want to acquire a guy for our third pairing. We got Yoki Haru to play in the middle there. If it turns out he's not cutting it or something's going wrong with the defense, then I'll make a change. But oh my God, the Maple Leafs. I was going to say we're right in contention for the for first place in the division, but it doesn't look like we're as close as I might have hoped. With 1 win here, maybe even against the Panthers, we could jump up into second. We're in a wild card spot, only 1 point above the Canadiens who have a game in hand on us. So very tight. Lightning, though, very, very bad. So we'll see. Skinner with 20 points. Do we need to maybe fix that top line? Eichel's a -7. Reinhardt's a -6. Dahlin's a -3. Let's take a look at the forwards for now. Johansson. Middlestad's doing well. Cousins doing well. Olofsson is doing terribly. Maybe it's time to move Skinner up. Olofsson down. Wilson, Aspelin. Wow, some interesting plus minuses on this team. Ristolainen's the only plus. Who would have? I guarantee you, none of you would have guessed that. Rasmus Dahlin though has 14 points. I love to see it. Yoki Haru's a -3, and Pilot's he's just been out there, just doing things. Really good 1 game from Ryan Miller. And Linus Ullmark is playing like an elite goalie, so I've got no complaints. Maybe just to fix the top line. Skinner maybe he does deserve some more ice time over Olofsson. Actually, that makes that second line really, really good, too. So Skinner, Eichel, Reinhardt, and then Olofsson with Middlestat and Sheary, unless we maybe move Johansson up there. I don't think so. Wow, so Middlestat on the third line would do really well. He's listed as a second line forward, though, and he's got 11 points. And Cousins has got 10 points, so we're going to try and groom the center. I think somehow, for some reason, last season we just killed it. I don't know why, but we did. So let's see, moving Skinner up, if we can continue to play well. Not the kind of trade I'm willing to make right now. I'm trying to just let the young guys grow. We're going to take our lumps this season. We're probably going to be a wild card team. I would like to be a divisional team, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen, although we do smack Boston 7-4, and then a win against the Rangers. Okay, so we don't turn it into a losing streak, which is nice. As I say that, though, we did lose in a shootout. We did fail to pick up the point on the Panthers. 2 straight losses, but then 2 wins and another shootout loss against the Panthers. So we really just need to start winning some of these games against the teams right in front of us. And there you go, again, another team we need to beat. Toronto, we get smacked by Toronto. Now against Boston and Tampa Bay, we lose 2 games in a row. And it's time to stop the sim. Oh, a 4-3 win, but something needs to change. Ullmark apparently is having a poor performance. Jack Eichel doing well. Let's go ahead and check it out in the edit lines screen here. So maybe drop Sheary, Johansson up there. This is what worked last season. So the interesting minuses there. The third line, oh my God, this fourth line is horrendous. We need to get some fourth line help ASAP. I wonder if that's Lawrence Pilot doing that. Maybe I should not have traded away Brandon Montour. But that fourth line is absolutely atrocious. Like, oh my God. Maybe, I don't know if I want to give Miller the extra time. I really don't. I will, just to give Pilot and Yoki Haru the time. Yoki Haru is a perfect fit. The third line just is a perfect fit, but this fourth line is horrible. We just have depth forwards there. That's the problem. We need to find some guys that fit our scheme for the fourth line. Is there anybody out in free agency? I mean, I don't think the fourth line is going to change in the course of our season, but it's certainly going to be better than whatever they're doing right now. Jesus. They're all defensemen. Cool. So if we're going to make any kind of move, it's for somebody to help the fourth line. Let's check the progress reports, just see how everyone's doing. Rasmus Ristolainen's at plus 22. He's back down to medium elite. His statistical growth is still the only thing carrying him up to a 90. Allmark still with a statistical growth. Way worse. He's been real cold. Jack, statistical growth. Johansson, Middlestat, natural growth. Like to see that. Already some natural growth in the season, and it's in his puck skills, which means he should put up more points as the season goes along. In the system, Jan Bednar, cool. Rusek, Jonas Johansson. Yeah, so nobody down here that's probably going to come up and save the team. Save the fourth line, I should say. But interesting. Let's maybe look at a trade for a fourth line player, just somebody in the 80s. Wait, we got a couple more games to sim. We'll see if maybe shaking it up has helped. We got another 8 days to simulate through here, which is another 3 games. All right, we got those 3 games there. Washington, Detroit, and Ottawa. So 2 Atlantic opponents and another Eastern opponent. We do win that one. I do not want PK Subban for Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen is the future of my goaltending. And a win, a big win, and another win. There we go. That's huge. A 7-1 and a 2-1. They may be some of the worst teams in the Atlantic, but it does move us up. Actually, the Senators are right there with us. The Red Wings, okay, maybe not. And we do have 3 games in hand on the Leafs and 2 games in hand on the Panthers. So right now, I'm going to sit and wait and just leave it be. We should beat the Arizona Coyotes because they are a bad team, it looks like. So far, so good. I'd say this is what I'd expect. We did take a step back because, I did let some of the younger guys hop up here. +3. Is this still a how are you a -20, Asplund? Connor Sheary there, maybe Maroon down there. I don't know if I want to give Asplund any more time than I already do, but maybe Maroon balancing actually, you know what? We just won 3 in a row. I'm not going to mess with the lines. Olofsson there, 6 goals. Jack Eichel and Jeff Skinner are killing it right now. Johansson, 19 points. How's Reinhardt doing? He's got 28. So you know what? I'll take that kind of production. So I don't know how many games. We're 32 through the season. Eichel's got 37 and 32. Very, very solid for him. Plus minuses seem to have rectified themselves, especially loading that top. Cousins, Johansson, Dahlin. Dahlin's still a minus, and he's only gotten 5 points since I last checked. But the plus minuses have seemed to have dropped back to where they should be. Lawrence Pilot's a -6, though. Asplund and Thompson. Asplund's a -20. That's unbelievable to me. And a poor season for both of our goaltenders. Miller's still an 81, which is the good thing that I was curious about. Allmark, listed as an elite goalie, needs to start playing like one, maybe filling out that bottom. The fourth line should help. The fourth line's really our weakest point, and if we can get that to be just about an even, we should be fine. But guys, that's all I'm going to get to in this one. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see some more, and I will see you guys in the next